So I got a question from one of my videos from Cutter Aris. Aris? Probably Aris. Videos on your stories of college golf and how you got to college, or what it takes to get there would be cool. Alright, Cutter. That's what we talk about today. Alright, so you want to play college golf. First off, that's awesome. I loved my time at the University of Oklahoma in college golf. It's proving to be beneficial to me in ways that I didn't even know was going to be beneficial to me after college, so I highly recommend it. The coaches are hopefully going to help you grow and learn from, not only just in golf terms, but as a person as well. So it's great you're wanting to play college golf. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can get there and what that's going to kind of look like, what kind of golf that you need to be playing in order to play college golf. So a little background about me: I'm not a Jordan Spieth or a Scotty Scheffler, or just some guy that everyone knew growing up was going to be a really good golfer. I wasn't really highly recruited out of high school, and so I think I was ranked like 300 or 400-ish, maybe a little bit less than 400. So I don't want you to feel discouraged about your rankings. I don't want you to feel like you're not good enough. What matters most is your progress and the scores that you're shooting. So with that being said, I'm going to go over what the scores are going to kind of look like. Again, these aren't going to be like structured, like this has to be in place in order for you to play golf. It's more of a general idea of what your scores should kind of look like each year if you want to play college golf. And to be quite honest with you, pretty much everyone can play college golf. It just kind of depends on D1, D2, D3, and what school ranking wise you're going to go to. But as long as you go out there and contact the coaches before your sophomore summer, you've got to go out there and contact the coaches. They're not going to come to you unless you're a guy that's like a top 50 in the junior rankings. They're not going to come to you. They're just not. So you need to go out there and contact the coaches. Let them know who you are. Don't make the same mistake I did. That's what I did. I thought the coaches were going to come to me. They're not. They're not going to. So make sure you go out there and contact the coaches. So the scores that you're kind of looking at for your freshman year, you're thinking around, you shouldn't be shooting over 80 at that point. You should not be shooting over 80, and you should be shooting around, around 75 or under 80-ish, somewhere around that ballpark. And then your sophomore year, you should be, again, contact the coaches, but also you should be shooting around 75 and maybe dabbling a little bit with that even par number here and there. Hopefully you're shooting under par. I'm not saying there's a limit, but you should be right around that 75 to even range and hitting even a little bit more often. Junior year, your junior to senior summer is pretty much going to be your last summer, because early signing period is in your fall semester of your senior year. It's in the second week of November. It kind of, the actual date changes a little bit every single year. I'm not sure why, but they say early signing period, but that's the normal signing period, okay? Normal signing period is in like February of your senior spring semester. That's not really normal. That's more of the late signing period. Everyone signs in the early signing period. So that's your deadline pretty much. So your junior year, you want to be shooting around even par, maybe a little bit over, maybe around even par, and a little bit more under par at that point. So kind of around the 74 to 69 range, okay? Obviously you're gonna have some of your bad rounds. I'm not saying it's just gonna be always like that, but what I'm saying is that you need to be more comfortable going under par and going under par more consistently. And then your senior year, Jesus Christ, man. I got the fucking hiccups now. It's about the, oh my God, you've got the hiccups. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. Still kind of feels weird. But your senior year is going to be around the same as your junior year, but you just want to be able to get your lower rounds to be even lower. So if you're like, your lowest round ever is a 68, you've got to get to 67, 66, 65, because there is kind of like a barrier. Once you get to a score that you're lower than you're used to, it's a little bit uncomfortable for you, and understanding that you've been there before is going to be huge for you later in the future. So that's going to be the score breakdown. Again, it doesn't have to be precisely those, brackets, but that's the kind of idea that you're looking at. And again, I need to emphasize that early signing period is really the normal signing period, and that's the second week of November in your senior year. So mark that date down. That's pretty much your deadline. Obviously, you have February deadline as well in your senior year, but you're going to want to shoot for that second week of November deadline as the point where you're going to figure out where you're going to go in college. So that being said, you've got to also have a good sense of direction and invest in yourself, a good instructor or someone that's going to help you in your journey and helping you get to playing college golf. So invest in a really good instructor that can help you out, or I can help you with your swing and direction that you need to be heading. That's going to be huge. You need to have a sense of direction. You can't just be working hard at nothing. You need to be kind of going in the right direction. One more last thing is I need to tell you that you have to work your fucking ass off. I'm sorry about the language, but it's just the truth. The amount of people that make it into college golf from high school is this small. This small. The amount of people that make it out of college to pro is even smaller than that. It's tiny. The world is huge. I mean, there's so many people in the world, and only this many people get to play college golf. If you want to be these certain people, you have to do things that other people are not willing to do. You have to put in a shit ton of work. I remember talking to some of my teammates about how, so when I was a junior golfer, I would tell my mom to drop me off at the golf course, and back then I didn't have a car, so she would drop me off at the golf course in the morning, and so I'd basically be stranding myself at the golf course with no way to return home until my mom came back home. And so I had the entire day at the golf course to work my ass off, and I loved it. And I remember telling that to my teammates, and they did the exact same thing. Not all of them, but most of them did the exact same thing. Golf is not like football or basketball where you're running around all the time and you get tired really quickly. You can literally be out there all day. So what's stopping you? You've got to put in a lot of work if you want to be someone that a lot of people aren't. But on that note, one more thing. Don't be one of those guys that think they're too cool or too good to help out the kids at your the place that you practice at. Give back a little bit. Go help out the kids and help them play better golf, and help them because they look up to you. They see your bag, they see your college bag walking around. Help them out, talk to them, and have fun with them. Just give back to the game, and just don't be one of those guys that are just off to the side by themselves, headphones in, and just not want to talk to anyone. There are times for that, but if you have the time to help out some kids, do that. So hopefully those things help you out. Hope you have a better idea of what it takes to play college golf. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe and you hit that notification bell, because I'm making new videos every week just like this one, and you don't want to miss it. I'll see you in the next video.